little harder, stack those sats, don't stack the dollar.
Now, in this video, I thought I would share my personal strategy for accumulating Bitcoin. What steps I'm going to take in order to save money and earn a little bit of extra money, and also how I'm going to buy it. So my plan for when I'm going to buy it exactly. I'm going to DCA or I'm going to buy the dip, that kind of thing. Now, in terms of expenditure, I've got a lot of things which a lot of luxuries, that I could easily cut out. So I'm starting with that. So things like takeaways. When I'm at work, I get a Starbucks coffee every time, which is £4 per shift. Just little bits like that, which I'm starting to cut down, which is tough because I like that stuff, and I'm having to almost break habits and try and be disciplined with my spending a little bit more, because I'm quite a compulsive spender naturally. But little things like that are going to add up, and it's an easy step I can take in order to save more cash and have more left over at the end of the month. Now, for 2025, I set myself the short-term goal of getting to 0.1 Bitcoin, because 1 Bitcoin is the overall goal, but short-term, manageable. I think getting to 0.1 by the end of this year, it's going to be tough, but it's a doable, bite-sized goal. So let me figure it out. It's about $100,000 at the minute for one, so I need another 0.07 to get to 0.1. So approximately $7,000. We're talking about $5,000. So if I can earn in pounds, if I can earn an extra $5,000 or save cash to get that extra $5,000 in the green by the end of the year, then I would have reached my short-term goal of 0.1, which I think is doable if I put the effort in. So the first thing I'm doing is cutting down luxury extras like that. So the Starbucks, don't need that. The takeaway, just when I'm out and about, getting a bit of food here and there, I don't need that. Things as well, like I'm always buying books. In fact, I buy more books than I can possibly read. So things like that I've already started to cut back on. The next plan is I've just signed up for Uber Eats. So I'm going to be delivering some food. And I've not done that before. I don't know whether that would be fun or rubbish, I don't know. But I've signed up for that, so I'm going to start doing that soon. I'm not sure exactly how much you can earn, but for a few hours here and there after work, a couple of times a week, or even, on a day off, if I can earn, say, an extra £100 a week from that, then that will be a good extra source of income. And if it's fun, then cool. Let's say I earn £100 a week from that, £400 a month. If I do it for a full year, then that is £4,800 approximately. That's the goal there. I've already reached my goal. If I put all that cash into Bitcoin, I would have already reached my yearly goal just by doing that extra little bit. So that to me seems like a no-brainer to get involved with that kind of thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be just selling some random bits and bobs, just that I've got, that I don't need anymore. Old clothes, whack them on Facebook Marketplace. I've got like an old spare TV. I've got an old guitar that I don't play, that kind of thing. Just to kind of see if I can get some dosh together to then accumulate and transfer into sats. So I'm in the process of going through my stuff and doing that as well, which I think could raise don't know, a few £100. We'll see. So the mixture of doing the extra little bits, selling some bits here and there, and trying to cut down expenditure, for me, is a good stage one. It's a good start. And next I'm going to talk about my plan of when I'm going to be making the entries and when I'm going to be swapping that cash for Bitcoin. Now, some people have told me, they say you need to do the DCA, the dollar cost average. So have a set amount every week or every month that no matter what the price of Bitcoin is, you make that same investment each week or each month. Now what I've done already, my first 2 entries, I basically accumulated a bit of cash and watched the charts basically and entered at the dip. My friend said it's going to dip, it's going to go down to 50, it's going to go down to 70. And tail end of last year, when it dipped down to $50,000, can't remember when it was exactly, in last year sometime, is when I made the first of 2 decent sized purchases. Then it went up loads and it hit over 100,000, and then I also bought again, can't remember, a month or 2, something like that, when it dipped down to about 79,000. So my current plan is I'm not doing the DCA. I'm basically accumulating as much cash as I can, saving as much cash, creating a little pot for myself, and then when it gets to a point where I think, okay, that's dipped enough, I'll buy it then. I have heard some people say, you know, why buy it now? Because in 2 or 3 months the price will be 50 grand. But I've also heard people say, well, this year it's going to go to 500 grand. So I don't know. And well, I don't know anybody that does fully understand where the price is going on the short term. Who knows? I think you need to be some kind of like geopolitical expert, financial expert, all rolled into one to even make a rough estimate. So I don't know. But I do believe that over the course of years, the price, even though it will fluctuate, will go up and up and up. And because of that, I think that we're still early in terms of individuals, the average Joe, being able to buy Bitcoin, probably under 100k, which is why I have this bit of a sense of urgency about me with this year. And I've set myself this task because I don't think that the price will be this low for that long in the long run. So for me, okay, I'm going to make these sacrifices and I'm going to graft more now, so in the long run I'll get the benefits in the long term. So that's part of my reasoning behind it, and that's my plan really. So yeah, see you later.
Buy a little lower, try a little harder, stack those sats, don't stack the dollar. Buy a little lower, try a little harder, stack those sats, don't stack the dollar. Don't stack the dollar. Buy a little lower, try a little harder, stack those